Alright, for those of you unfamiliar with reloading, I'm going to show you how the Lee-Pro 1000 and 9mm reloads. Basically, this is a really cool case feeder. Very simple compared to anything other. Put cases up in there, shake it, and the funnel actually flips the case in the right orientation to be put into the loader. So right now we have one case in this front tube, and I'll show you a stroke. Stroke will drop the case into the system, and in the first die we do a D-prime and a resize. If you notice, the primer went down here. And continuing on with this first case, we'll just do one case at a time. We'll slide over into the priming, and on the the top of the upstroke, we get a primer. We pull back, and we get a powder charge. Rotates to the third die, which is the bullet seeder and roll crimp. So we put the bullet there. These are 124 grain semi-wad cutter leads, and finish the stroke, and out comes the completed round. So really a simple process and an inexpensive way to get into reloading. This system is about $140. Quite a few vendors. Midway USA is where I actually got this one. So if we want to roll over into progressive mode, we'll just rotate this and the cases will drop down. And first stroke, once again we initiate a blank or an empty case into the system. Get a D-prime, resize, prime on the second stage, and powder. And as each stroke is completed, another round will be cycled through the system and ejected. So here we are. The first case is now at the bullet seat and crimp die. And from now on, every stroke I do, I get a completed cartridge. So at first, this system's a little finicky. The instructions are pretty poor, the written instructions, but if you take your time, or if you have anyone that's using this system near you, and you can tweak it, requires no additional parts, just getting everything lined up perfectly, and you'll be loading rounds in no time. I think I can load around 100 rounds, around 10 rounds a minute actually, so about 100 rounds in 10 minutes roughly. Somewhere around there, just depends. But that's if the primer tray is full and the powder receptacle is full and my cases are all ready to go. But if you just noticed, had about 8 strokes roughly, and we have some completed rounds that are perfect. Now what I do is I actually, about every 10 to 20 rounds, I go ahead and put them into an empty box and just kind of inspect the primer, make sure the primer's level, make sure the overall length is good. And about every 25th round I set aside as a quality check, and I'll actually do an overall length with some calipers, and actually go out back and do a few test shots. But getting this set up takes about an hour roughly if you've got a good sturdy bench. You need to use the correct powder measure depending on your loads, and for that you would use something like Modern Reloading by Richard Lee. There's quite a few different books out there that give you the same information, or quite a bit of it's on the internet. Digital calipers, small scale, kinetic bullet puller. I found the Frankfurt Arsenal equipment from Midway USA is really good. It's really simple. I'm going to probably do some more videos on how to actually clean your cases and how to load in a single stage press. My single stage press, which is just next door here, is what I use to load my 50 AE for my Desert Eagle. I also have another 1000 in 45 caliber and 45 ACP, and I use it quite often as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.